most of the creators in Capcom feel.
Did you see the video from Crowbcat about the Resident Evil 4 remake? No, not the first one, the new one. He did another one. And it totally proves it's bad, you know? He makes the case that it's just a product of its time, and the original is timeless. That means not a product of its time. And he's totally right. When I turn on Resident Evil 4 and move Leon with controls that haven't been used in more than 15 years, and I'm mashing buttons to escape a boulder and matching QTEs to not fail a cutscene, I'm thinking, man, this game is so not a product of its time. It's truly timeless. There's a reason why the QTEs in Mortal Kombat X were everyone's favorite part. It's timeless game design. All these remakes are coming out, and I don't know about you, but no matter how much fun I personally have playing them in private, I actually hate them because they're unoriginal. I only like original things, you know? Like, I hate the Fly remake, on principle. Watch the original 1958 The Fly, and skip that Jeff Goldblum remake culture garbage. You can't tell me the remake is better in any way. Like Crowbcat shows, the RE4 remake is just a reskinned Last of Us. It literally plays exactly the same. See, it has the same style of weapon selection. It's so stupid that a game with multiple guns and equipment types would have a way of quickly selecting from them using the D-pad, because The Last of Us already did this, you know? They should have made it like a straight line on the bottom and made it so you can only scroll through weapons to the left. But you gotta use the R3 clicky stick button to do it, because that's original, you know? That would be a really good control. Stop copying The Last of Us. If you can do something in The Last of Us, you shouldn't be able to do it in any other game. Instead, they just copy. These situations are literally identical. It's the same exact game. I mean, outside of the fact that Ellie is throwing a brick to distract a clicker in order to use stealth, and Leon is aiming a flash grenade because he can't actually throw any attention-attracting items like Ellie. So we actually have items with wildly different functionality, and the clicker is a blind enemy while the mutated Ganado isn't, and can be seen spotting Leon at the end of this clip. It doesn't matter, okay? It's the same game, because you can throw stuff. See this throwing arc? The Last of Us already did this. So I shouldn't be able to see where my grenade is gonna go, because that's like The Last of Us. I want this mechanic to be totally different. I want the grenade to land in a different place every time, and fly off at random angles. They say horror comes from the unknown, right? What's scarier than your grenade flying in random directions? That's why I actually think the one thing that the remake critics get wrong is the aiming criticism, you know? I want to agree with people who hate the remake because they're all really smart, but why do you want all of your bullets to go right where you aim? If a bullet randomly misses, isn't that more tense and scary?
Up behind you.
Before, you were trapped in this cramped space with an unpredictable monster who would dip around all over the place chaotically, the camera system never quite allowing you to keep track of him at all times. Now the edges are sanded off and it's less intense, less memorable. Plus,
see, we have to avoid looking like hypocrites on this. Yes, I too think it's super intense and fun to not be able to see the boss I'm fighting for half the fight. But if that's the case, we shouldn't be asking for our bullets to go where we aim. We want the tension, guys. Let's be consistent. We'll talk more about this on our next daily 6 a.m. RE4 Remake Discord call, okay?
This kid, dude, I kicked this guy and shot him in the head 4 times, and he's alive. What are you made of?
Furthermore, stuns come in the forms of so much fuckery in this game.
That hit me? No shot. Why is it so tanky?
Somebody can walk in a window, and if you're near that person...
But if there's one bit of randomness I can't stand, it's the headshot stun. In RE4, just shoot him in the head once, get the stun, giant iframe roundhouse, repeat. Over and over. That's fun. That's good game design for a game that has a bunch of different weapons. Timeless, even. The remake doesn't let you get easy headshot stun unless you play on the standard difficulty. I don't want to play on standard. I want the game to be challenging. But how am I supposed to circumvent that challenge without constantly abusing iframe roundhouses from easy stun states? Why are you making this game hard on the hard difficulty settings? If I can't always get a headshot stun from a single bullet, that means I have to make a decision between taking the risk of going for it or using something else like the shotgun or a grenade or waiting for a parry. Why? Just give me the easy stun state so I can kick everyone!
In your heart by Sekiro dinging his ass off you with a knife.
Putting that lifeline in place where it's like, oh, we know we can block the chainsaw. We know we can block it, so we're not scared of it anymore. It takes away the tension. Whereas in this, you know you're going down when that chainsaw guy gets close. There's a sense of tension there.
And the knife thing, yeah. There's just nothing interesting about being able to use and break these knives in situations where you have to decide to use its durability to parry, or save yourself from a chainsaw guy, or do a stealth kill, or to prevent a Ganado mutation. Why do I have to make these decisions? Games shouldn't be about decisions, you know? Games are about me doing what I want to do. Games should be about shooting my shotgun with a 180-degree spread and then knifing everyone to death for free. Period. I don't care that high difficulties make your knives break faster, and that professional requires perfect parry timing to even be able to use them defensively, or that preventing mutations means fewer knives, or that making bolts and mines uses up knives. It's irrelevant. I made up my mind about this parry the moment I saw it, long before I ever played the game, and that's all that matters. Anyway, the chainsaw guys are not threatening in any way, ever. No real gamer has ever died once to them, even on their first professional run. Not once. Because knife. And they aren't even scary. They used to be guys with bags on their heads, covering a presumably normal face, you know? And now his face has been skinned, leaving just exposed flesh seen under the edge of the eye holes, where his eyelids have been removed, so he's constantly staring at you, forever unable to blink. That's not scary, man. If I woke up and came out of the bathroom and saw this guy in my kitchen, I'd just cringe.
And this is when I also knew, yeah, this is like RE8, you know, like that's the first thing I thought of.
It just feels way more generic. It feels like every other Resident Evil game, where 4 felt so distinctive.
Yeah, I hate that too. It sucks that Resident Evil 4 Remake kinda looks like Resident Evil Village, the game that was trying to be RE4. Why you copy Village, man? Be original and try to be more faithful to the look of the game that Village copied. They even literally copy things in the exact way of copying. The website Merriam-Webster has dozens of words on it. You should check it out. And they say copy means to make a copy. See this chalice? Yeah. It's the same chalice from Village. They used the same chalice. This spinny part of the windmill is the same asset from Village. The moment I saw it, I broke up with my AI girlfriend, and she understood. She said I should hang myself, and I probably will, because this is remake culture. See this piece of grass? This one? Look. Look at it zoomed in like this. You see it? This is from a tree in Dino Crisis 2. Capcom, you pieces of shit. Why do you copy stuff? It's never okay to copy. Everyone knows that these $100 million budget games need to hand model every single piece of art and then throw it into the dumpster after launch, never to be seen again. And that is why I personally hate Resident Evil 3. There's a whole section where Jill goes back to the RPD from RE2, and yep, they used the same pre-rendered backgrounds instead of redrawing every single room from different angles like the fans deserved.
Never wondering what's behind you. You know what's behind you. You can just start aiming at all directions.
You can reload mid-reposition while angling the camera to keep an eye on the enemy.
I'm constantly like rotating the camera and checking where I'm like, what's behind me.
You don't have that whole risk-reward system of having to manage what's creeping up.
But nowadays there's this assumption that adding features to make a game more in line with modern audiences' expectations automatically makes it better.
See, to me, this is the biggest sin of the remake. Not being able to move while aiming is vital to creating a horror experience. Just look at Silent Hill. You can move while shooting in those games, and that's why no one thinks they're scary. Did you play the RE2 remake? In that game, you can move while shooting, and the combat is total trash because of it. Even though the speed and or aggression of the enemies has been jacked up, and the lickers are insane, and Mr. X is right on your ass, zombies are tanky and backing you into other zombies. But you can move when you couldn't in the original, so it sucks. Resident Evil 4 Remake also lets you move, and the only way you can make a change like that work is to change enemy behaviors. Make them more aggressive, deadlier, behave in more interesting ways. Have them split up and try to flank you so you can't just bottle them up in front of you and kick groups of them over and over with your iframe kicks. And they did that. They changed the enemies and combat to suit your new mobility. And, well, I'm angry about that. Why didn't they just copy it?
Runs, he has this weird sort of delay or inertia. He doesn't have precision in his movement. There's this heaviness, awkwardness to it where you're never quite fully in control of Leon's movement. And then on top,
I'm also very upset that controlling Leon feels sluggish. I'm simultaneously upset that he's able to move and that he's not able to move quick enough. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have so much less control over her, and there always tends to be a gap of some kind between you, she naturally gets into more trouble.
Ashley, don't walk in front of the shotgun.
And too bad none of these. Hey, Ashley, get your ass over here. Oh, God.
She artificially stuck to you like a magnet and could wait or hide away whenever you tell her to on a moment's notice.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's how women are, and why I choose not to have them in my life. It's my decision. they really do latch on to you like magnets, and that's what Ashley does in the original. It's realistic. Ask your mom. But to be fair, women also run around screaming like idiots whenever the situation isn't perfectly curated to their needs. So it's also pretty realistic for Remaek Ashley to suddenly jump in front of Leon's gunfire. Maybe she wants to die, you know? Things are bleak. There's monsters everywhere. She's forced to tag along with this guy that's not looking at her panties when she climbs ladders. I'd give up on life too if Leon didn't try to look at my taint.
Is that Capcom have taken the level design of Resident Evil 4 and stretched it out.
It's more open and explorable than before, but even if you mainline it, it doesn't feel as tight.
Killing 3 rats? Seriously, guys? Kill 3 rats, sell 3 vipers, kill another 3 rats, shoot some more blue medallions.
It feels like I'm just doing errands around the lake.
I feel like there needs to be a little more sense of urgency when it comes to that.
What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle.
Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil 4 is a serious story with a real threat that has to be dealt with. It doesn't make sense to stray from the mission of saving the president's daughter by sailing around a big lake doing side missions, chasing chickens, or shooting rats, or stopping to hunt down little blue targets to shoot and get silly prizes from a merchant. They should have stuck to the straightforward sense of urgency from the original Resident Evil 4, you know? Where they have you stopping to hunt down little blue targets to shoot and get silly prizes from the merchant. Walking around trying to spot little gems to shoot out of the walls and hunt for beer steins. Taking 20-minute breaks from the story to try to perfect shooting range challenges. You know, stuff that makes the mission feel super important to complete as soon as possible. It's incredible how wrong the remake's approach to pacing is.
What is this now? Oh, dear Lord.
And puzzles? Oh, God. I mean, what? Why did the remake have to put puzzles in it? They totally kill the experience. I mean, come on, people. If you're gonna remake Resident Evil 4, you gotta do it faithfully. Don't cut content. Except for the puzzles, which you should have removed entirely to appeal to people who don't like the original game, or who don't like Resident Evil at all. Did you ever stop to think about what they want? The world would be a much better place if game designers would just focus a little bit more on the needs of the people that hate everything about their games.
They approached Capcom to release the original trilogy on PC. Capcom literally met them with, why would you want the old games when we have the superior remakes? And I'm just like, huh?
Guys, this was shocking to me. When I heard the news that the people at Capcom, born in the 1940s and 50s, have no respect for the legacy of the original Resident Evil titles, and see the name only as something to milk for cash, I couldn't believe it. This guy doesn't care about preserving Resident Evil 1? I mean, how is that possible? This must just be a Capcom thing, because every other billion-dollar corporation I know of is genuinely interested in doing good things for people and respecting artistic endeavors, you know? I mean, just look at Konami. Textbook example of respecting the legacy of their IPs.
There's something far more unnerving about the villagers' lack of acknowledgement in the original RE4.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid that we see the villagers burn the police guy. It ruins the mystery. Maybe he tripped and fell into the fire himself. We don't know. It's way creepier that they're just minding their own business and ignoring the burning guy. as opposed to the remake, where we see him get burned first by two guys while all the other villagers are minding their own business, like the guy in the back, and this guy here, and this lady. Not creepy now! You know, you get what I'm saying. Crowbcat has bunged the gavel again. Case closed. If you actually enjoyed the RE4 remake, it's not too late to suddenly start claiming you didn't, so you can be cool and smart like the rest of us. Make sure you're subscribed to Crowbcat's channel on youtube.com. Tell him that people like me have his back. I am a little disappointed that he referenced so many other YouTube.comers in his new video, but never showed my defense of his first video. I mean, I guess it's okay. It's not like I'm in love with him or anything, I just... I just really hate the remake, you know? God, I got popcorn in my fucking throat. The website Merriam-Webster has dozens of words on it. You should check it out. And they say copy means to make a copy. And